Good morning and welcome to the Indy Boomer Show. I'm Mary Pat McKee, and this morning I am sitting here with Holly Hoy. Did I say it right, Holly?
You did.
Okay,
Good morning.
great. Good morning. We're going to be talking about the new facility over at 116th and Cumberland called The Reserve. But before we get into that, we want to do a couple things real quick. As you can see on the screen, there is our November issue of Indy Boomer magazine. That is Mr. Forrest Lucas of Lucas Oil Stadium, the oil, what shall we call him? King. He does a lot of great things with oil, and as he says, he's saved people billions of dollars over the years just because of his products. Anyway, pick up the November issue of Indy Boomer at any Kroger or Marsh store in Marin County and the surrounding counties, and enjoy. It's a good read. Also, The Reserve is one of our advertisers. Actually, the company, Cardone and Associates, Family of Care, is our one of our advertisers with the magazine, and we're very happy to have them with us, and they've been with us for many years. So let's talk about The Reserve. I'm telling you, that property over there is so cool. It has got independent living, and what I really, really like are the cottages. Or do you call them cottages?
Cottages.
Do you call them? Okay.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Well, the Reserve at Hamilton Trace, it's like Mary Pat. It's a beautiful campus.
Mm-hmm.
We have 87 apartments and the ability to build 58 cottages on the campus.
How many do you have now? 10?
Right now we have 12 apartments.
12, okay.
Filled.
Okay.
Absolutely.
No. How many cottages?
Oh, cottages. Right now there are 6 built.
Okay, 6.
Currently.
Okay.
Yes.
And they're really cute.
Yes, they're adorable.
And they look really spacious, but
They
go
are.
on, I interrupted you.
No. It's an amazing campus for a communal opportunity for folks that are independent, folks that may travel quite a bit and still, visit family and or have family in other areas of the United States or elsewhere. We have folks that live there currently that play golf daily in the summer, that are still very active in the community, but may not want to cook daily, so they take full advantage of the chef that we have. And
I heard you had a really good chef over there.
We do. My staff and myself also take full advantage of the
Yeah,
chef.
I'm sure you do. I would. She hasn't invited me for lunch yet, but we'll work on that. So,
but it's a fun place to be. The folks that are living there are really having a great time. And even the folks that are living in the cottages, they come over quite a bit to participate in our outings that we do with the Colts games, Pacer games.
Oh, okay. So you take a bus down with a bunch of
Absolutely.
people? Boy, that's the way to go.
Absolutely. So
Okay.
always something going on at the Reserve.
Okay. Tell me a little bit. Let's talk about the independent living. It's 3 stories?
It is.
Okay. What do you have? I mean, you got studios, you got 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom. Tell me
We
about
do.
that.
We have a wide variety of options. We have studio apartments. We have 1 bedroom with 1 den.
Okay.
We have 2 bedrooms with a den as well. And
Wow, that's really big.
Absolutely. So the square footage can range from 630 square feet all the way up to 1,800 square feet in the apartments.
Oh my goodness, 1,800 square feet?
Yes, so quite large.
That's almost as big as my house.
It could be, yes.
Well, I'm sure it does. And plus, you probably don't have I don't have as much maintenance as I do on my house. But so the 2 bedroom, is that 2 bath as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you have several of those, or do you have a few of those, a few of each?
There's roughly 7 to 10 different styles within each apartment selection.
Okay.
So some are going faster than others. I think we're seeing the 1 bedroom apartments filling up quite quickly. But the 2 bedrooms are very, very popular as well. Folks like their space and also that den option.
Well, and do all the 1 bedrooms have a den?
Not all of them.
Not all of them, okay.
Not all of
Well,
them.
I think, I know with my folks, when we had to take them from their rather large condo down to a 2 bedroom, 2 bath.
Yes.
I mean, it's tough.
It is.
So, but it was nice being able to get that 2 bedroom to go from that, bigger home that you're used to, and having that much space.
Absolutely.
So.
And we're finding that. I think the transition with a lot of our families, they're downsizing. So the folks that we currently have there and within the reserve have come from anywhere from 1,000 to up to 4,500 square foot home.
Wow.
So they're downsizing quite a bit.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of folks are interested in that cottage level living, knowing that it's maintenance free and
Right.
the square footage of the cottages can go all the way up to 3,400.
Okay, well that was going to be my next question. So the
Yeah.
cottages, you've got 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom. Tell me about that.
We have up to 3-bedroom, full finished basements as well, walkout basement
Full
options.
finished basements.
Walkout basement
Wow,
options.
I didn't know this.
Which to us, those have been most popular.
Yeah.
The folks that are really downsizing from their larger homes,
Mm-hmm.
coming into that maintenance-free living, having that option to have that full basement, to have guests come to stay, grandchildren
Right.
come to stay.
Right.
But also, again, the maintenance-free part of that is what's really, truly
Mm-hmm.
appealing to our seniors that are inquiring.
Well, and my guess would be that you have 36-inch wide doors, and you have walk-in showers, and you
do.
have all of that type
do.
of.
The amenities, absolutely.
Right.
Some, we even have 42-inch doors for the larger wheelchairs.
Really?
So the wider wheelchairs as
I
well.
had not ever heard of that.
And
That is wide.
the ADA, so the American Disability Act, we also can provide services and upgrades to appeal to those that may have an amputee family member or someone that may need additional appliances or amenities.
Okay, that fit for the ADA. Exactly. Do one of the things I was thinking, you guys have a beautiful campus there. I mean, because all along one side is all trees.
Yes.
And you've got that little pond, is that
Yes.
what you want to call it? I
Yes,
mean,
yes,
it's not a
yes.
lake, but it looks like our people, well, now it's winter, but I would assume that people will use that walking trail.
Oh my gosh, yes, and what's so appealing during dinner in the dining room, there are deer often in the back because it's
Oh,
the
sure.
woods are back there. So
Right.
at one point during lunch, there were 9 deer standing and looking through the window, and so most of the residents got up, and it was that feeling of comfort. It was just
Oh, yeah.
that feeling, that home-like feel that
Right.
you don't necessarily have in an urban setting.
Yeah, you're not looking at somebody's backyard or somebody's house or something like that. So let's talk a little bit. Well, you know what? Let's. I want to save this for the second segment. I want to talk about activities.
Yes.
But I know you have a bunch of them, so let's back up that. Let me ask you this. This should be an easy question. Do you have any kind of levels of care there?
We do. That's a great question. We actually, although it's independent living,
Mm-hmm.
we can and do provide assisted living amenities, and let me talk to that a little bit. We promote independent living, but
Okay.
we want to have folks age in place and,
Right.
and be as independent as possible within that same environment.
Right.
We have a home care company that we work with, Select Home Health.
Okay.
Now, we do encourage families, they can use any home health that they like, but we do have Select Home Health that's a part of our campus, and they're based out of our Connor Hall, which is in our lower level, and they provide any services that you would need that's very similar to assisted living.
Okay.
So if you would need assistance with bathing, showers, medication management,
Right.
even personal service assistance. So if you have pets, we allow pets into our community, so cats and dogs.
That was going to be one of my
Yes.
questions. Good.
Yes.
Good.
And so,
Good to hear that.
they currently walk our residents' pets now that it's cold and the frost has hit the ground.
Yeah.
And so they hire the personal care assistants to come in and walk the dogs up to 2-3 times a day.
Okay, we got to take a break, but we got to come back to this one for sure. 'Cause
Yes.
I just 2 questions popped in my mind. Hey, quick break. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. Thanks.
Everyone knows it's easy to find first-run movies in the big theaters. But where can you go to watch your favorite classic movies on the big screen for the perfect night out? Why rent a flick when you can rent the entire theater? Call today to reserve our 32-seat theater for your next event, or just stop by to see what's showing this weekend. The 14 by 7 foot screen and the high quality digital surround sound system offers all the amenities you would expect from the big theaters, with a laid back atmosphere and comfortable seating of your own home. Wofford Theater at 1744 South 10th Street in Noblesville gives you the classic movies you want with a big theater experience.
When Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage: Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
Indy Boomer Magazine. I'm Mary Pat McKee. I'm sitting here this morning with Holly Hoy, and she is with the Reserve, the Cardone facility at 116th and Cumberland. Great new facility, and we will get back into talking about that in just a second. I want to remind everybody that we are on the radio Monday through Friday at 5:30 on Hamilton County Radio. The other thing I forgot to do, which is really bad of me, I did not thank Logan Street Signs and Banners and Jim Wofford, the Wofford Theater, everything for allowing us to have this show. We're very appreciative of that. One more time, I'm going to show you, this is the November issue of Indy Boomer Magazine. That is Forrest Lucas on the cover. He is the one that built Lucas Oil Stadium, and it's a great read, so be sure and pick that up. That'll be available until January, and then in January, I'm very excited, we have Bob and Tom will be on the cover of the magazine. Yeah, they were a lot of fun to talk with. So, what am I forgetting? Nothing. Okay.
You're good for now.
I'm good for now. Okay, good. Anyway, back to Holly. Okay, we were just talking about pets.
Yes.
That people can bring pets. My question that popped in my mind right when we had to stop was, who's walking the dogs?
So, another great question. So, a lot of our folks are independent, so they are able to walk them. But because it's winter and it's cold and ice and so forth, we have now personal care assistants or personal service assistants through Select Home Health.
Okay, so they actually have that?
They do. So, it's an additional service fee that the residents could pay them to come in, and they can walk the dogs, pick up their, disposing of their, whatever you would like to call it.
The doggy do.
The doggy do. the cat do.
They don't walk the cats, do they?
Well, see,
You put it on.
We've seen a lot of things go on. But no, so they're there to provide extra assistance, any sort of assistance. I've seen extra laundry services that they can provide.
Anything you can think of.
Anything in the world that you can think of.
Wow.
And that's something else that we do as a service, and it is an additional upgrade, but we can take you to and from places 20 miles outside of the 20-mile radius for an additional charge.
Okay.
If you like, and we've been asked that families have other family members that live maybe outside of that 20-mile radius.
Okay.
And we can do that for a charge. Take dry cleaning to and from if they don't like the dry cleaning services that we provide. So pretty much it's truly,
Excuse me.
we don't want to feel like a hotel or seem like a hotel, but we provide just about any service that a hotel
Well, it looks like a hotel.
Yeah,
looks
it
like a
does.
nice hotel, like a
It
5-star
does.
hotel.
So the idea is that the hospitality piece of that is there. So it's truly anything under the sun that we can provide with our current management team and staff. We would provide.
Well,
So,
that sounds great.
Yes.
Tell us, we touched a little bit in the first segment about activities.
Yes.
And you said you were going to the Pacers games,
Yes.
you were going to the Colts games.
Yes.
Tell us more about activities. That sounds really cool.
Right now, we really are catering towards the residents that are there, but we know that at one point, and hopefully some point in the near future, will be a full campus. So
Right, sure.
potentially we'll have up to 200 residents. But right now, our current residents are enjoying going to the Palladium in Carmel. They like to see shows.
Sure.
They go to the IRT downtown to see shows. We have the Christmas Carol and some other.
And I know the IRT, they do special shows for seniors.
They do, and special times for them and discounted rates and so forth. So they're often being bused to different, and I say activities, but the outings that they're interested in.
Right.
And so
You're able to cater to that.
that's right.
Right.
And right now we're very connected to Hamilton Southeastern Schools. Dr. Borf, the superintendent's very active at the Reserve at Hamilton Trace.
Is he really?
In fact,
for
we
him.
have 110 students. They have a pre-concert next Thursday at the Reserve. 110 students. They're doing 3 amazing orchestra concerts.
I have seen them perform, not maybe those particular students, but they used to always come to the Forum for the chamber
Oh,
lunch.
did they? Yes.
Oh, and oh my goodness, those kids just really are, they're
We're
great.
so excited.
Yeah, you should
So
be.
excited.
It'd be good.
The orchestra director came in yesterday to tour, and so we're getting it all set up and ready for the holidays for that concert.
Oh, wow.
But
So do you have a great big room, or is that the lunch room, or the
We-
dining room, or?
the lunchroom.
Okay, sorry, I don't know. But we're talking about busing and lunchroom, sounds like school to me, but.
It does. It's a large dining room. It's our ambassador room.
Okay.
And that's the one that looks out to the woods, and it's a very scenic room. It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
I bet.
We can fit roughly 150 people in that room.
Wow.
But we also have a community room. It's called Connor Hall. And
Well,
that
that's
is-
appropriate.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
And you know they do that at Hamilton Trace too. All the rooms are named from different places in
Yes.
either Fishers or Hamilton County.
Yes.
That's cool.
And that room is open. Any of our rooms are open to the public as well if you'd like to rent a large space.
Oh, good to know.
So that Connor Hall also holds a little over 100 folks, and we charge $250 to rent that space.
Really?
To anyone in the community. So
Wow.
we just had a family come in on Thanksgiving Day, and they had over 60 folks down there, and they had children ages 2 weeks new all the way up. All their children were playing, and it was just a phenomenal communal space
Yeah.
for folks to rent.
That's unusual. I mean, I've never heard of another retirement facility doing something like that. So that's very unique.
Yes, full kitchen, kitchenette. So they were bringing their turkey in and heating up their dishes, and it was just a great place for them to bring in all of their food. And then if you didn't want to bring your own food, we can cater it for you as well. So we have catering service through our chef that
Gee, really?
would be more than happy to provide catering service.
Okay, time is running quickly. 8 minutes goes very quickly, doesn't it, when you're having fun? One thing we wanted to talk about real quick was the continuum of care at Hamilton Trace, the Reserve being a part, a sub-part of all of that. Tell us real quick a little bit about the whole campus
Absolutely.
involved.
The beauty with the Reserve and Hamilton Trace being on one campus is just that, Mary Pat, is that once folks do have a potential of declining, or if they do decline,
Yes?
they have the first right into our assisted living campus, and then
Okay.
also our skilled side.
Okay.
We have a waiting list on our assisted living side currently, and so if you're living at the Reserve at Hamilton Trace, you get bumped up to the very first of the list
Okay.
to be able to be placed into the assisted living.
Okay.
There's also incentives, financial incentives as well, if you choose to stay within our continuum. We want to ensure that we take care of our families first that are
Right.
staying within our campus. Also, the other beauty is that there's a beautiful gym housed by our internal Cardon company, Lifespan. And
sure.
the gym is truly, I say beautiful. It's weird to call a gym beautiful, but
It's beautiful going in,
it
not coming
is.
out. But.
Well, it is. But their return to home rate and rehabilitation rate is superb.
Yeah.
So having those amenities literally right across the street, should you fall or
Yeah, you've got the rehab unit.
we have the rehab unit, and we can bus our folks from the reserve just across the street.
I was going to say they don't have to go very far.
Right.
But if you
Right.
can't walk, it's a long way.
Exactly. But should you choose, to have your therapy in place, they also can come to the reserve and provide those services as well. So it truly is a communal feel, and having all of the service lines all in one spot.
Can I say to the listening audience, go to the reserve at Hamilton Trace. Will you buy them lunch?
Absolutely.
Yeah, she'll buy you lunch. So go check it out. I mean, it's definitely worth it. A lot of times, boomers are the ones making decisions for their parents. If you're a boomer, go check it out. Check it out for your parents. In 20 years, you may be checking it out. So definitely worth the visit. One thing I want to remind everybody before we leave is we have Boomer TV on Channel 8 with Patty Spittler on Sunday mornings at 10:30. So check us out, and we will see you all. Actually, we won't see you next week, but we'll see you in a couple of weeks. So take care.